time, weather, and
Audio Jungle.
Welcome aboard. I truly appreciate you stopping by today. And I just wanted to take a few moments and talk about what the heck is survival silver.
my oh my, what a wonderful day.
Well, when I first heard about silver, for me, it was just a nice financial profit. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to accumulate some silver, sell it, make a few bucks. So, I started stacking silver. When I first started, I scraped about 80 bucks together, and I got a couple of ounces. Yeah, it was a little bit more expensive back then, and come to think of it, if it were to be considered a mere investment, thus far, I would have made another miserable financial investment. The accumulation of silver has become an obsession for me, based on greed, but this greed is grounded in the tragic reality that my stack could easily end up being survival silver. Stacking survival silver for me is something that is disconnected from current market realities. The future price predictions for silver do not make sense to someone looking for logic to explain the decades-long, consistently low silver price. Although I do stack to earn a profit, I am hoping to prosper when the masses of America are suffering. I do not say this because I'm a heartless bastard. Quite the contrary. I have an entire website, oldfatmarine.com, and this YouTube channel, and they're nothing more than an attempt to get the word out. Because of mainstream news outlets, the public has been conditioned to think of the reason for survival silver as just a wild conspiracy. Survival silver is exactly what the name specifies.
Don't move your money from there! That's just being silly! Don't be silly!
Remember when they said inflation was transitory? Well, all the way back in day one, from the very first day that they used the word, I have said it was here to stay and it would accelerate all the way. The United States lies about its real numbers for the CPI, and everybody pretty much knows it. And if you disagree with this, then you most likely do not realize the CPI no longer includes energy and food costs. I hope you will heed this statement and stack some survival silver. Inflation is not going to stop. It's not even going to slow down. It will speed up exponentially as the days wear into weeks and weeks into months. Eventually, the US dollar will be worth virtually nothing. It's not a secret, as this has happened 775 times already in human history. The crash is planned. There is no crystal ball in saying the dollar is about to crash. There are only the hard and solid claims of history, once again, about to repeat itself. The elite bankers know this, and they do not care. Despite what the plaque on the wall may say at the Fed, they ultimately only will take care of themselves. When the dollar dies live on your 4K television screens all over the world, it'll then be too late to find a piece of silver. The wealthy have scooped up the supply. JP Morgan reportedly has over 1.2 billion ounces of physical silver, and yet JP Morgan determines the spot price of silver throughout the world. When the planned crash occurs, they will be the largest single benefactor in silver for the death of the dollar, in my opinion. And please don't be a dumbass and say that you shouldn't stack silver because you can't eat silver. Well, when the dollar inflates away, you would not be able to eat that either. The difference is that people will take my silver and you can keep your dollar.
The latest hike in the minimum wage means workers will receive 150,000 bolivares in cash. They also get another 150,000 in food stamps each month. Sounds like a lot, but what can you actually buy with it?
Aquí hay
These 3 bottles of water and 2 bread rolls cost more than a quarter of the monthly wage.
I suggest you stack a mixture of sizes. A 100-ounce bar will be hard to sell once the spot price of silver takes off. At a mere $100 an ounce, it would be hard to use a single bar that is valued at $10,000. I stack all sizes of silver up to 10 ounces. The smallest pieces I hold are 1 gram, and 1/10 of an ounce also. I consider these to truly be survival silver. This is what I consider because the face value more closely matches a survival situation. But just get started. If I do not need survival silver, then I will just change the name to investment silver and sell it for an awesome profit. If by some stretch of reality that the United States dollar continues to chug along, my grandkids will benefit. The major increase in silver is inevitable. Somebody will need it, and that someone will be a person or people that matter to me. And if I didn't start saving it, I never would have even gotten this far, and I got a long way to go. Because when the collapse of the dollar happens, and it will, what will you have to buy food? In Zimbabwe, at the height of the economic collapse, 3 eggs cost 600 trillion Zimbabwe dollars. I ain't making that number up. If you ate the $600 trillion, you still would be worse off than me, because I would have just pulled out 4 1/10 of an ounce pieces of silver and bought you some lunch. You'd still be eating paper because you were worried about not wanting to eat silver. My question is, why are we expected to provide for the people who heed not the warning? Just ask him. Not a heartless bastard, but they don't want to buy it, they don't want to prepare, but then people will look at you as if you're selfish when you don't want to share. Figure it out. I don't know. Sample 5.